Hello. Yes, I'm trying to look intellectual. I had a troll write to me today, and he said that I make videos every 18 hours. I'm like, I didn't think I was that awful. I'm pretty sure I make videos, wow, I think it's at least every 8 hours. 18 hours? That was probably a day when I was, or a couple days when I was slacking. I was being a slacker. One every 18 hours. Oh my gosh. Anyway, and he said that he basically said that atheists hate us anti-theists because we're just well, he just basically, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he was just saying that, you know, we're just terrible. We are just, you know, I just got, it's funny, this is kind of off subject, but it's not. Email today from a coworker who's a very, very wonderful guy that I'm fond of, and he's gay. He's my gay friend. And he included this in his email. Lecture at Christianist College. Offers excuses for rape and domestic violence. If you want to get a chilling idea for what students at fundified colleges and universities are being taught, a real Lulu comes from Patrick Henry College, a school with very close ties to the Christian homeschooling movement. Its founder, Michael Ferris, started the school with the stated goal of educating a generation of young Christianists who will retake various arenas for Christianity. In other words, this school is basically a Christianist madrasa. I need to look up that word because I don't know what it is. Last week, government professor Stephen Baskerville delivered the school's annual Faith and Reason lecture. It's kind of hard to imagine faith and reason going together in a lecture. Must have been interesting. A mandatory event for all students. His treatise, titled Politicizing Potiphar's Wife, can be read in its entirety here. Well, you have to, you can't click on this because I printed this off from work, okay? But you can probably Google that title. Maybe I'll put the, if I can find the link, maybe I'll put it below in the description. However, arguably the most offensive part is a maudlin apology for rape, domestic violence, and child abuse. In Baskerville's view, laws against these are a nefarious attempt to throw upstanding white men in prison. Since the inception of their revolution, and well beneath the media radar screen, militants have been creating a panoply of new crimes and expanded redefinitions of existing crimes, all involving sexual relations. While it is very likely that the sexual revolution has also increased incidents of real sex crimes, the new gender crimes are different. They play on the fear of sex crimes, but they redefine these politically to include not simply acts, but heterodox political beliefs. The reality of the witch hunts thus bears no necessary relation to what is suggested by the inflammatory language and jargon. Rape, that includes consensual relations, and in most instances is no more than that. Domestic violence, that involves no violence or any physical contact or threat of it. Sexual harassment, that can mean anything from simple flirtation to unauthorized opinions about morality or politics. Child abuse, that is routine parental discipline or homeschooling or concocted altogether to win advantage in divorce court. Bullying, that involves criticism of the homosexual agenda or other differences of belief and opinion. Stalking, that is forcibly divorced fathers trying to see their own children. And much more. In Baskerville's view, laws against rape, domestic violence, and child abuse have turned government into a matriarchal leviathan, manipulated by the temptress, the seductress, who lures men into a honey trap by offers of pleasure before springing a trap that today can mean decades in prison. I don't think I need to tell you how primitive and degrading this kind of thinking is. Two things in particular scare me. The first is what it must take to be a woman attending this school and having to sit through such mindless, chauvinistic garbage. I know that fundy women are trained almost from the time they can crawl that they are to more or less bow and scrape before their men, but you would think that even they would have limits. The second is that dozens of kids in Christian schools and Christianist homeschooling curricula are having their minds prisoned with claims that laws that protect women from being degraded are a bad thing. Anyway, sorry about the stumblings and mumblings trying to pronounce words, but I don't think anybody who is familiar with me is going to expect perfection in the realm of cold reading. But hopefully you get the gist. And again, I will try to find the link to the full article and put it there, or the full speech that this guy gives. See, I think it's war. So-called atheists who write and say that, oh, they don't like anti-theists because we're just so, whatever. I think that atheists that just sit on their hands and are it's the same as condoning it. It's, in my opinion, this is something that needs to be stridently fought against. It is causing, as I speak, harm upon harm upon harm in this country. This is not something to continue to sweep under the table and just ignore. Oh, just, not when it reaches out and harms other people. And that's what it's doing. It's trying to take away women's rights over their own body. In fact, I read the other day that some women are actually having the courage to stand up and say that they don't like being pregnant, because some women really don't like being pregnant. But apparently, see, I'm past all that, but apparently the generation right now that is getting pregnant, there's a lot of pressure on those women to like it. That's just like disgusting. That is so wrong, that women feel, I imagine this is probably more so in the Bible thumping states, women feel pressure that they have to like being pregnant. Seriously? Anyway, what I see is something really alarming happening in our country, and it's not just at women, but what I see most and what I find most alarming is the attitudes toward women. People like this that think that, people who commit crimes against women should just get a slap on the hand and walk free. So yeah, I think it's serious. I think that the fact between this and the fact that the religious mentality treats the world like it's disposable. Oh, we're gonna get something better. God's just gonna replace us with a little paradise that we can live in, so we can just use this planet up and not care what we do, and not care how much we pollute the planet, and not care how much we overpopulate the planet, because we need to punch out as many babies as we can so we have more souls in heaven. Who cares if those babies grow up and are able to find food or live in a world that's beautiful? I think that the mentality that allows people to still question whether or not we should have birth control and abortion in a world that is this fucking overpopulated needs to be stomped down. It needs to be fought against. It needs to be, I'm sorry, not condoned, not tolerated. It's wrong to you know, the people that do the brainwashing, the people that spread the lies, don't know. Most of them don't know. I think a lot of the leaders do know. But most of the average people who follow these religions don't know it's a lie. They don't know that they're spreading a lie when they try to convert somebody. They think they're doing that person good. But the people that know better need to speak up. We need to speak up and speak up a lot. We need to be heard. We need people to start actually thinking, wait a minute, I never actually thought whether or not this was true. People just think it's a given. They don't even entertain it in their heads that this might not even be true, that a Jesus might never have actually lived, or if he did live, he was probably just some follower of a cult that they decided to name the whatever, the God-man after. They never think about what if, you know, there is no God. Or I saw a really good video today that said, try to imagine, I can't remember how to say, hang on a second. I'm trying to remember who did the video, but it was so good. I think it's my friend, but I saw a lot of videos today. But I saw a video where the gist was, try to imagine what the world would be like without God. And it was so good. I'm going to look at my history so I can recommend it, because unfortunately it could take an hour for my history to pop up. But, okay, now we're slowly, the ads are slowly starting to appear on the screen. And eventually there might be on the side the little thing that I can click on, causing the little menu bar to pop down. I can't wait. I'm so excited for that menu bar. Oh, there it is. Okay, now I can go to history. History. Clicking on it. Now hopefully no pop-up windows will appear. I know, I'm just like, I should have been prepared, because if I'm going to recommend a video, I should have had the sucker up so I could just seamlessly say, well, this video by so-and-so is just fabulous. But it makes a really good point. People who believe in these religions don't even stop to think, what would the world be like without God? How different would it be really? Okay, I have to scroll down now, because like I said, I watched several videos today. Oh, come on. Well, shoot, maybe I'm not going to get to see it. Well, I'm going to post a link. Once I figure it out, I'm going to post a link to it, because it was really good and I recommend it. So I'll put it in my description section, and that's about it. I just feel like these people that have this, oh, it's just let them have their whatever, you know, tolerate this poison that is causing harm to the world. It's not just sitting there innocently whatever, you know, like certain things do, like the belief, you know, in the Easter Bunny and the belief in Santa Claus. They're nice and warm and fuzzy. They don't cause anything, any kind of harm, except maybe to our pocketbooks. But this, we're talking about something completely in a different league. This changes people's lives. This puts limitations on people. I watched The Thinking Atheist today and listened to Jehovah's Witnesses who stopped believing, and they were shunned by all their friends and family and everything, completely, utterly shunned. Thank you, religion. This is what religion does. It breaks up families. It causes people to, everything that they had, just lose. Because of what? Because somebody is not able to believe something anymore? So anyway, I just wanted to say that stuff like this is why I post videos. And frankly, I don't care if wishy-washy people don't like it. I think that this is something that needs to be, this isn't just a we disagree with you kind of thing. This is a, you're causing harm and you need to fucking stop it. And the only way to stop it is to make people realize, just put it out there so they come to their own conclusions in their own good time, because you really can't make anybody realize, but just put it out there a lot, put it out there loudly, so they're seeing it, so it's something they pops up when they bring up their little whatevers. There's something there that, oh, this is about God too, and they pull it up and watch it, and it's something that they never expected to see, something completely contrary to what they've always heard. You know, the more stuff like that that's on YouTube, the more likely that those seeds will be planted and somebody might actually start thinking, you know, what if it isn't true? All this stuff that I've just bought into, hook, line, and sinker, what if it isn't true? You know, and personally, again, I think it matters if what you believe in is true or not. I think that matters a lot. So, sorry about the fact that I can't recommend the video I wanted to recommend, but I will again put up the link in the description on this video. So if you've been watching, thanks. Bye.